feeling?
Great.
Why do you want to do a documentary about your life?
Because in my 50s, I wanted to do something else.
What's a question that you really don't like being asked when people interview you?
Nothing. Nothing's off limits.
So we're going to show you on this iPad what we filmed a few months ago, because you may not have seen it.
Okay. I love Wanda, but she hates that I love alcohol. You understand?
Why do you think Wanda wants you to stop drinking?
I don't know.
Well, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tears of joy.
Is there anything in that was hard for you to see?
The different wigs. Some of the wardrobe.
Good evening, or should I say good morning? Good morning. It's, I think 4 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. My butt need to be in bed going to sleep. But I had to get up so I could have some peace and quiet for a minute, because my grandson is here. And there's no peace and quiet when my grandson is here, because he's in my room playing Oculus. But hey, I just wanted to talk about something real quick, and then I'm going to take my butt to bed, and I'll pick this conversation up later after I get some sleep. But it'll be all in the same video, whatever. But I just got through watching the first couple of episodes of the Wendy Williams documentary. Sad, 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 sad. It's really sad. Wow. All I can say is it's really sad to see a person that has gone through the last, 25, 30 years of their life on top. So we thought. But this woman is gone. And I'm hearing a lot of commentary about it. You know, oh, poor Wendy. I feel so bad for her. We just love Wendy. But there's some people out there that are saying, karma kicks your ass, don't it? Now, I'm not going to say which one I am. Because, number one, I'd hate to see anybody go through that. It's a horrible thing she's going through. She's got so much stuff that she's going through. I mean, alcoholism first and foremost. But I mean, good grief. Her husband left her. Well, they got divorced because his side piece had a baby. This was, 2019. Had a baby, and she said, okay, well, we're done. Apparently, she already knew about the woman, but the woman had a baby. So that was the deal breaker on that marriage. Okay. But, I mean, not only the alcoholism started years ago. So who's to say that who's to say he didn't leave her or start messing around with somebody because she was an alcoholic? Did anybody ask that question? Why did he start tripping on her? See, he used to be her manager. And one thing he did, though, he made sure she got her tail up and went to work every day without hitting that bottle. She didn't start going downhill big time until he was out the picture. It's really messed up, though, that in the divorce, she had to pay him alimony and all this stuff. I ain't paying for nobody's side piece or their baby. I love the Lord, but F that baby. And her to, just like she said, F that girl, F that baby, and F you too. Bye. That's exactly what she said. And I don't blame her in that respect. But here's the question. Did she drive him out like that? See, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors in a marriage. We only know what one side tells us, and then the other side tells us. And then there's the truth. There's always three sides. Side A, B, and the truth. Okay? Nobody can stand here and judge the whys. Okay? Now, her other problems she has, that's something she can't really control in terms of her health. Her alcoholism, you know, it's a disease. Yeah, it's a horrible disease. She's got other diseases too. She's got Graves' disease. That's why her eyes is bulging out of her head. I mean, my God, she looked like she ready to light up the life with her eyes. Just bulging. Bless her heart. I mean, she's got a thyroid problem. And then to top it all off, she's got that lymphedema thing where her feet's all jacked up. Now she can't hardly walk. But looking at this documentary was really sad because there's so many layers to this whole problem. And the very people that can stop her from drinking or prevent her from drinking is the ones she kicks to the curb, including her son, the one and only person she really, really loves. Oh, not to mention, backtrack, Wells Fargo cut her money off. She's got an account with Wells Fargo. They didn't close the account. They just don't give it to her. They don't give her money because they felt that somebody in her family close to her was taking advantage of her money. Now, what they're looking at is the fact that $100,000 for Uber Eats for her son. I'm hoping that's for a year, but even that is still too much money. You can't walk to McDonald's. Why you gotta call Uber Eats all the time? You can't go to the store and make some groceries. She's already paying your rent in your high-rise apartment in Miami, because that's where she sent him to school. Okay? Then she paid $120,000 for his birthday party. Okay? The bank is looking like, wait, hold up. All this money going to her son, he's ripping her off. That may or may not have been the case. Who's to say? But at least that boy cares enough to tell his mama, no, you can't drink. When she was staying in Florida with the family, she was doing so much better. But here's how the industry will do you. We don't care about your problems. We need you back here. We need you back here in New York. You got to get back here. Even though, you trying to get better and whatnot. You trying to get healed. But it's more important that we have you back here in New York for this show. And that's what ends up happening. She starts declining again. Because then people don't care nothing about her. All they care about is the money that they were missing with her being gone. They couldn't continue having guest hosts and stuff like that. Wendy Williams is a brand. And her absence was taken away from their pockets. And then you got all these people surrounding her that are yes people. Wendy's living the same kind of life Michael Jackson did, with people around him that would never say no. No, Michael, you can't drink the white milk stuff that makes you go to sleep, which is what killed him. Because they know that, number one, if they say no, he'll replace them with somebody else that'll say yes. And people want to get their check. hell with what's best for you. I gotta eat. That's what's messed up. But here's the other thing that the people out there on the streets are saying. Not a whole lot of people, but there's some people out there saying, you know what? Wendy, you was trashing people on your show. That was what her whole brand was about, gossip. Gossip. What's the latest gossip on the latest celebrities? And she was dragging people through the streets. And people just loved it. Oh, they just loved it. They loved to hear about all the dirt and all the juicy, salacious gossip. If she was on TV right now, on her show, she'd be having a ball about Diddy. Or Fani Willis. Oh, she'd light it up. Because that was her brand. But sometimes that shit comes with a cost. Being dragged through the mud right now yourself. They done a documentary on you because your situation is so terrible that they've got to exploit you to make some money. These people making this documentary are exploiting the hell out of her. Lifetime is exploiting the hell out of her. They don't care nothing about that woman. They could care two shits about her. What they care about is viewers. And you know what? They getting their money's worth. They getting it. Because I'm sitting here talking about it, and all these other people, all these other bloggers are talking about it because they're watching it. Because people love to watch tragedy. People love to watch drama. You know, but it's still sad. It's still sad that this individual chooses alcohol over everything. Everything. Now, she's up in some facility that even her family can't get access to her. And they've got these, the word escapes me. One of them things that, like Britney Spears had, somebody controlling her finances and whatnot because of Wells Fargo shutting her account, blocking her account or whatever that they did. So she's got somebody handling that. But even they don't give a rat's twat about her because they won't really let her have access to her own money so she can get an attorney to have them replaced with family or whatever because they don't want their check to get cut. So Wendy is basically going broke as time goes on because she's got people on her payroll that are saying yes to her because they don't want to stop getting paid. She's got a handler, this Will dude. And he's the closest thing to what her ex-husband was because he'll talk to her like for real. Get your ass up out of the bed. You got to get ready. She's used to, she respects that. She respects that kind of man. That kind of person. But she's gotten so abusive to people. She demeans people. And I don't know if it's the alcoholism or the dementia or that she's just a straight up nasty bitch. It's hard to tell. Because anybody, and this is just me, anybody that can talk down to people like that has always had that in them. She's got this air about it. She says it. I'm famous. I'm famous, and I'm dressed up, and I look good, and I look delicious. And dementia, she just got the onset of dementia. This ain't no Alzheimer's, full-blown Alzheimer's or anything like that. This is the onset of dementia being shown in this particular documentary. But here's the cold part about everything. This documentary was filmed 2 years ago. This ain't something they filmed last week, last month, not even last year. 2 years ago, back in 2022. Now she's in some kind of a facility and can't nobody see her. That's bad. That's bad. So at this point, all we can do is pray for her. After what I seen off of part 1 and 2, I'm scared to watch 3 and 4, but I'm going to watch it. Because that's entertainment. I'm not saying I'm glad about it. I'm just saying that's what we watch now. That's all we have to see. Look what this person did, or look what that person did. And thank God it ain't me. Or thank God it ain't someone I love. But it is a cautionary tale. You do reap what you sow. Ain't that what the Bible says? You do reap what you sow. You got to be careful how you treat people. Because there, by the grace of God, could go you. Now you're the hot topic, Wendy. Now, I'm not wishing you no harm, because harm is already there, baby girl. But man, how to end up like that after being her net worth used to be $20 million, at least at the time of this documentary. They said her net worth was 20 million. I think it was the documentary, or I read it elsewhere, but nevertheless, she used to be worth $20 million. Now she's only worth 500,000. Hell, I'm worth 500,000. I hope. No, I'm not worth that much. No, I ain't got that kind of fluid. But still, you had a show for 14 years. And right now, you are only worth, your net worth is $500,000. And you still got people on your staff. Do you realize in another year or two, you're gonna be half that if you keep paying them people? Why does she need a manager? You're not working anymore. That woman could give two shits about you. Cut her ass loose. She's there to make sure that you get up and do the documentary so she can get paid. This Will dude is telling you no. But who's buying the alcohol? That's my question. Nobody's answered that question yet. If she ain't got no money, even if she has money, but she ain't able to get out and go get it on her own, who's going out and buying this alcohol for her? Because it damn sure ain't her. Can somebody tell me that one? Her son wasn't giving it to her. She don't want her sister to be guardianship. That's what that shit was. That was the word I was trying to think of. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, her son wouldn't give it to her. Hats off to that young man. He was strong enough to tell his mom no. Had her eating well. Her family was, supporting her positively, but Wells Fargo filed this petition to shut down her account and keep her money from her, and go so far as to have a court-ordered guardianship. I don't know who these people are, these guardians. Well, what are they guarding? They making sure people getting paid, though. They making sure that $500,000 is getting whittled down month by month by month by month. They trying to do a podcast. This woman can't remember stuff from 30 seconds earlier. And you want her to get up here and do a podcast. Podcast for what? She may not even remember how to spell Wendy. Half the time she don't remember her driver. What's your name again? Man, that's a cold set of circumstances. I'm going to watch it, the rest of it tomorrow night. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. Tonight. Because, like I said, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning here now. I've been up all night. But, yeah, I spent most of the day today just, thumbing through the channels, watching different stuff. I was following the Fani Willis hearing. Big old fat Fanny. Boy, I tell you. That's quite a cluster F. I won't say the whole word. But you know what I mean. That investigation that hearing is a trip. Sister girl shouldn't have never opened her legs to that dude. If you're going to do that mess, and you got a choice, are you going to pursue this huge case against President Trump, ex-President Trump? You have an opportunity to indict and put in jail a seated president or an ex-president for trying to throw an election. But your draws is so hot that you got to run and have an affair with this man and then give him the job to be lead prosecutor. And he's never, ever tried a RICO case in his life. And you got 19 people listed in this indictment along with Trump. And did it ever occur to you that one of those people was one of those people that investigate people and dig up dirt on people? One of them cats did that stuff for a living. It's like a private investigator to the 10th power. And he goes out and says, you know what, this heifer ain't gonna walk for long. I'm gonna find some dirt on her. And guess what he found? Playing with this married man, give him $650,000, and now they going out on lavish trips and whatnot. You don't think they gonna put two and two together? It's first of all, it's a conflict of interest. DA, you sleeping with the lead prosecutor that you just happened to give the job to after you guys started having an affair. Come on, baby girl. You couldn't think no better than that? You couldn't find somebody else to get your rocks off with? And I mean, you do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. But you just had to give him the job? You screw who you want to screw. But you're gonna jeopardize this case because of your hot twat. See, I don't fault him for this. I fault her for this. And then you're going to get up on the stand and act like Ratchetonia. I'm surprised her neck didn't start going like this. Don't you tell me. Don't get cute with me. She was just like that. And her whole attitude that she was having up there was no different than Trump. And I'll tell you why I said that. Trump behaves the way he does because he could get away with it. Always has. It was called an abuse of power. Trump has always abused his power. And he continues to get away with stuff, get away with stuff, get away with stuff. And she thought, I'm the DA of the state of Georgia, and I'm going to go after this man. And yes, she is the DA, and yes, she should go after this man. If he tried to throw an election and tried to do it in your state, yes, you should. But you just got caught with your slip hanging, baby. And you going to get up there with this, you can't tell me nothing because I'm the DA and I'm over all of y'all. I'm not on trial. Your client is on trial for trying to throw an election, and you got your head just and some of these women running around here just go girl, just so proud of her, acting a plumb fool. You are still, you know what, you may be a black woman, but you supposed to be a professional. Because this ain't about black and white right now. But no, you had to act anew. You just had to act a fool. Straight up. You gave folks a bad name. Because you couldn't hold your professionalism. You let Ratchetonia out the bag. You let Ratchetonia out the bag, girl. You made a lot of people regret letting you have that job. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because there's a lot of good women out there, a lot of good black women out there that probably could have done your job and done it better than you. First and foremost, maybe they wouldn't have made the choice of first sleeping with a man that's married and then give him the job that is that's history making, and he's not qualified to do it. Yes, he is an attorney. As a matter of fact, he's a judge as well. Okay? But why would you put yourself on the line like that and jeopardize something so historic just so you could ride that dick? You could ride it all you want, but why did you have to pick him to be the lead prosecutor? See, you ain't thinking. You ain't thinking. You thinking with your coochie. You thinking with your cooter. And now you're a laughing stock. Yeah, you might have a very good legal mind, but guess what? You wasn't thinking too straight when you made them decisions. Not at all. And what an example you're setting for other women of color that could be in the same position as you. There's this chick that's she's in a small town in Illinois. Her name is Tiffany. She's a mayor. Tiffany Henyard. And she's running around here with the same attitude. She going to business meetings dressed like Nino Brown and shit. Going to meetings playing Bitch Better Have My Money as her entry to business meetings. got the baby hair going down. Okay, that's your style, that's your style. But your attitude, your attitude is going to be a reason that they come after you. And that's just what happened. They started investigating this chick. Found out a lot of corruption going on in her office. And it's not sexual. Thank God. But it's about that money. She's actually been taking lavish trips and gifts and stuff like that for herself out of taxpayers' dollars. Man, she took some police off the police force just to put toward her own personal security team. You live in some little tinky-rink town in Illinois. So you take police officers off the police force from doing their real job just so they can walk by you. That just don't make no sense. But you flying to Vegas and doing all this stuff, and then they catch you with your drawers down. How you think they gonna treat you? So you're making it hard for other people of color to really, it's bad enough. People of color get the short end of the stick already. You climb and scratch to get where you need to go or where you're trying to go, and then you do dumb shit. Turn around and do dumb shit. All for what? If you ain't ready to play the game, stay out the arena. Because you don't have to act like Ratchetonia. There's a time and place for everything. But on the job, that professionalism means something. And you may not like it, but guess what? We in a world where white folks is running things more than black folks. That's just the way it is. We don't like it, but that's the way it is. And you have to make the best of it. You don't have to necessarily walk around here with your hand in the air talking about black power. You ain't got to do all that. Walk with your head held high and do your job without all the ratchetness. Because that's what they act like all black folks know how to do anyway. So you just going to give them what they say is going on? You just going to hand it to them on a silver platter? Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Makes me sick. You ain't got to act like that. If you're a professional, doggone it, be a professional. Act professional. And then you'll be taken seriously. If you want to be taken seriously, you better be serious about your shit. Don't make no doggone sense walking around here acting like Nino Brown. Dressing like like some drug kingpin going to a business meeting. I know this is a new day and age. I know young people are different than how we came up, and I'm going to always go back to that. I'm going to always go back to, back in the day, we did this, we did that. I never said we were perfect. Never said that. But one thing our people taught us is how to conduct ourselves, because we represented mama and daddy and grandpa and grandma and our community. We didn't go around bad-mouthing our elders. These young folks nowadays, they off the chain. They are off the chain. Have no respect for people. say and do whatever they feel like doing. Cause they ain't never had to suffer. Not like other folks did back in the day. Shoot. I don't know, a lot of y'all may not remember this, but I'm sure many of you will if you up in my age. You know, Mama used to say, if you don't stop acting like that, I'm gonna slap the black off of you. Kids laugh about that shit now, but I tell you what, if you did, Mama would slap the black off of you. Just let you know, I used to be about 4 shades darker than this. I'm just kidding. Mama did slap the shit out of me in church. I wouldn't be surprised if I was darker. And black just flew away. No, but seriously, we living in a day and age that is just crazy. Everything is wrong. Everything that's wrong is now right. And everything that's right is now wrong. It's upside down. And it's a sign of the times. Jesus is coming back soon. Now, I might ha say a few cuss words here and there. Don't worry about me. But what I'm telling you is this. It's time for people to start getting their souls right. Absolutely. Get it together. Get you a relationship with God, because I'm telling you, He coming. He coming. They said there was going to be a falling away in the last days. And it ain't necessarily just people leaving the church. It's people's mindsets are leaving the church. Or even God, period. We're becoming almost a godless society. That's the falling away. When people are willing to talk about praying to the universe for this, or communing with the ancestors for that. I respect the ancestors, but I ain't praying to them. Because didn't nan one of them folks get on the cross and die for my sins? The universe didn't get on the cross and die for my sins. I don't know what folks is praying to no more. But everything is so chaotic now because God is not being exalted anymore. Or I won't say anymore. Let me get that right. Because there are a lot of people out there that still believe and still give God reverence. But the stuff we looking at nowadays, we got pastors, prophets, openly. You ain't heard Larry Reed finally confessed, because his ex-lover, or what you want to call him, of 13 years outed him. But guess what? Larry Reed was acting as all flippity-doo-dah anyway. You could listen to this brother talk and what he would talk about. First time I didn't know who Larry Reed was until I seen him on YouTube, and I'm like, he's a what? A pastor. And he some of the stuff he was talking about sexually was like, what? Smelling a man's crotch and all this stuff. What? You a prophet. No, you a PROFIT. Not a PROPHET. Because it's all about the Benjamins, baby. All about the Benjamins, baby. You pulling in them ducats. Because that's what it all boils down to. In a lot of churches, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Because pimping ain't easy. And the people are being pimped. Now, I'm not saying that about all churches. I'm just saying what I'm saying. There's people going hungry. And the pastor is flying all over the place. This Larry Reid dude is over in Dubai for his birthday. While people are contributing to his podcast, where he's talking about folks left and right. But you a prophet and a pastor. I'm not feeling all, I'm not seeing the connection. I'm not seeing the connection. Then you got T.D. Jakes. He going to Diddy parties. Why you going to Diddy parties, T.D.? You think you're going to try to save some souls on top? Or are you on the bottom? What's it going to be? I don't understand it. But 2024 is the year of revelation. 2024 is the year of exposure. Cat Williams said it on January 3rd, 2024. That little brother, 5'2", 5'3", got up there on Shannon Sharp and spitted the truth. Now, he may have a dirty mouth, but he spoke the dirty truth. He really did. And people didn't like it because it was true. And people ain't going to keep liking it because it's going to keep happening. Plain and simple. But look here. I'm going to take a break for a minute. I'm going to show you a couple of things off of this show. Okay? And then I'll come back and I'll talk to you in a minute.
You had a big doctor day today. 3 doctors.
Yes. Excuse me. I'm only supposed to have one doctor, and that's for the thyroid. The other 2 doctors are because my money's stuck in Wells Fargo. Yes.
So you saw a thyroid doctor, right?
Right.
And then did you see a neurologist?
I guess so. I guess to find out if I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow, I go to the psychiatrist. Or to find out, how are you feeling? So what's been happening?
You don't like going to therapy?
Excuse me, no. I don't need a therapist. For what?
So you went to a wellness center in California, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. What was that like?
A wellness center.
And why did you go to a wellness center?
I don't know. Will took me there.
Why do you think we took you there?
I don't know.
So you thought we just had nothing else for you to do?
Correct.
Will, why did you take,
I think, honestly, Wendy needed some rest. Wendy was going through a lot.
I can rest right here.
Well, I thought you needed a place where you could actually focus on rest. Sometimes here, you're not going to sleep, you're not eating, you're not taking care of yourself.
Please.
Please what? This was just an assessment that we made. We needed a break. That's it.
what? You did not like going to the wellness center, did you?
Stop talking, please, about that.
Oh, me or Will?
Everyone. I'm very healthy.